So now that we've given two tests, we can also look at the growth report. So the growth report is going to give us a comparison between the benchmark, so between how our students were doing in the fall to how they're doing in the winter. So I'm not even going to need to pick any of these categories or change anything. I'm just going to leave it all the same. Click on View Report. In this report, you can see I've blocked off the kids' names, but you can see um, how we can look at the SGP. And again, we want that between 35 and 65%. So it looks like the students here are all doing fine. However, as we scroll through, we will find a few students here, like this one with a 13 SGP. That would tell me that I need to look at my instruction, talk with that student, see if we need to maybe set a goal together to help them try to get that up into the range that we need it to be in, um, especially for the spring benchmark. So that would be a student that I might target and look at. Again, the students may or may not be students that are um, in the intervention group. Likely that they are, but sometimes we get those students that have low growth but are at or above benchmark. So it kind of helps you clue into them as well. Here's another one at 23, and so we could have those conversations with students and also um, pay special attention to uh, those students moving forward as well. At the very bottom of the report, you will get an SGP for your whole class. So this kind of gives an idea of your overall class percentile and SGP. So it's kind of useful to kind of see how your class grew as well. One of the things that I'm going to show you is another report that is like this, but it's more interactive. So we're going to look at that now. So in the report section, if we look down here at growth proficiency chart, this is going to give an interactive chart to the report that we just looked at. So if we click on this, we're going to see a dot show up. Now that dot is for this teacher. So it shows where this teacher is. And if I scrolled over the dot, it would give me the data of the SGP for the class, so on and so forth. Now you want to change this to the district benchmark that was set by our district. And then you can look and you can see that along the bottom is the median growth SGP. So it's showing the lower growth over here. So if you see your dot as a teacher and it's somewhere over in this area, it might be an indication that your students for some reason are struggling a bit, and so you may want to try to look at maybe what those reasons might be or where they're struggling. Over here is the higher growth. And so if I clicked on that blue dot, it would then allow me to drill down and click again, and it would bring up students, and it would show all my students in a nice little graph. So I'm going to do that now and show you what that looks like. So here's a look at what happens when I click on my teacher bubble. I can see all these blue dots. All these blue dots are my students. The green line is the school benchmark set line by the district, and it tells us how many kids are above and below that there. And then you can see the growth, all the kids over here on the right, all those blue circles over here in this area, especially the ones up here. You can see one way up here. That's high growth. Whereas the students over down in here are the students that we need to be watching and seeing what's going on with them. So over here we see a student who has a blue dot that's on the higher growth but lower achievement side. Whereas up here in this corner, we've got a kiddo with higher growth, higher achievement. So again, we can zone in and figure out which kiddos are struggling in what areas and how we can help try to get as many of our students as close to the green line as we can, and more up over here in this higher growth, higher achievement category. Again, if you have questions about this, an instructional coach will be glad to meet with you one-on-one and help you go over your data and look at this. And you can see I'm being very careful not to scroll over those blue dots, because that would give the student's name and their individual SGP and data as well. So it's the same thing that prints on the other growth report. It's just in a model where you can just actually go to the computer screen and roll over it versus having to download a report and print out. So it's just kind of up to you which you prefer to utilize.